the Madison City Commission meeting to order for April 15th, 2013. And our first duty is to serve as a board of canvassers of the city election of last week. Do we need any motion or second on that?
No. Let's do a roll call, please.
Okay, Jen, would you please call the roll of those present?
Commissioner Delzer?
Here.
Commissioner Erickson?
Here.
Commissioner Waldner?
Here.
Commissioner Abraham?
Here.
Mayor Hexum?
Here. As a board of canvassers, our first duty and only duty tonight is to certify the ballots that were cast in the city election of last week and the position for mayor. Before we begin, I might explain to our viewing audience a new procedure we're using tonight, and I would like to ask Jen Eimers. You see a vacant chair here, Commissioner Waldner, who is out of town on business, but he is joining us by phone and, what do we call it? Skype.
Yep.
On computer. So we have checked this. It is legal under the laws of the state of South Dakota. Our city attorney has certified that we are complying with all the laws and regulations of the state of South Dakota so that Mr. Waldner can cast a vote if he wishes. And with that, I will ask Jen Eimers, who is our elections officer, to explain the procedure that we need to do to certify the ballots.
Okay. Simply, each of you have a section there. Go ahead and open up that poll book, and we're just going to verify some numbers here. I'll let you each take a look, pass them around if you like.
Break the seal, huh?
Back page here. There we go. You can confirm these with numbers as per resolution here.
Okay.
Okay, you have, which one?
One. Ward one.
Okay.
40.
Okay, I guess we don't
Oh,
need that, huh?
255 and 48.
Okay.
And where do we sign it?
I'll have you sign here and here.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, you'll have to show me where
Look
to,
here.
what to look at here. Okay, so the,
Resolution here. No, take your resolution here. You have the rule. This rule, sorry.
yep,
We'll get one of those down there. Are you okay? You know what you're doing? Okay, good?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to look at this one? Otherwise, we just have to sign off on all of these, I believe.
So what do you need us to sign? Oh, I think I'm hiding from you.
Okay. Those should verify with the resolution.
Yep, I counted mine.
The poll book here. Yep.
Yep,
Okay?
good to go.
Just sign.
Just
all
sign
of
it at the bottom here?
Yep, would you please? Questions?
Nope, good.
okay, Jen, let's see. There again.
Other than
Do we all sign all of them or just?
Oh, oh,
Okay, I should have brought this.
thank you. Okay, take it away. Okay, all that goes
Take a
in.
look.
Signature per
my
book?
pen.
Yes,
There it is.
yes, from all of you.
Each of us signs
Everybody sign
each
every book?
board.
Each of you signs each book, so we gotta pass these all around.
Okay.
So you passed, you did that. We'll take this one.
Then I get this one,
I'm
okay.
gonna take this over here.
Yeah.
This stays
Did
on
you
the
get this
outside.
one?
Yep, this, I didn't sign his yet.
Alright,
I haven't signed that. Scott hasn't signed this one.
do you
Does
want
wanna
this
look-
for any reason?
You can look at this. No, I
Okay.
don't.
You want this for any reason, you're just gonna.
Okay.
There's that one.
Okay, then
This
we
is the
have
book.
this one.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, give me the- okay.
This is one.
18, 103,
Look at the
26.
tallies here. There's the little,
Where do we sign on this one? Okay,
oh, there's a tally sheet they used here.
This is coming around.
okay, Ward 3.
No, which, but get out, sign the back page.
That's right.
Some of them did them different, so,
Oh, really?
yeah, so they didn't even sign. They didn't
Okay.
sign, so I can't have you sign anything they didn't.
Is this what
Gotcha.
one?
Ward 3.
I've signed Ward 3 already, so.
144.
Oh, okay, there. I was-
I should have left a space.
30, 35, 40, 45, 55, yep. got all that.
You've done, okay, you need 3, don't you?
Yep, I've only signed 1 and 2.
Okay.
And then that will correspond with the resolution here too.
Okay. Yep. There's that one.
All right, Ward 2, have we had that
I think I
one?
signed 3, that's all we have.
Yes, we're all on 3.
Anybody not signed Ward 1? I guess I can see
Maybe
I
that.
started on 1.
Nick, gee, so this one is completed.
Yep.
Who wants that?
Jen,
That one's completed.
Okay.
Did I get 3 or did I get 2?
We're missing one, aren't we? Okay, you wanna sign this too? Some of them did this and some of them didn't.
Oh, okay.
1, 2.
Jacob Bonnie.
You wouldn't have to work one, do you?
Jacob Bonnie.
I started with Ward 1.
You hear about the Bonnie?
Ah, that was crazy.
I didn't know about it. I was out selling Shrine Circus tickets and walked into Foley's Bar,
Yeah, Ward,
What?
the Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know about it. I was walking down the street and walked into Foley's Bar selling Shrine Circus tickets and
Scary stuff.
it
Is
is.
that Ward 1?
this is
It
Ward
is.
1.
Okay.
they
Did I
sold
sign it twice? I
two at the
signed this
finish line and
sheet.
somewhere.
Yep, and then the back of the
Well, no,
Oh.
the reports from
This
the
one we
library,
had to
there was
sign
just a
back.
fire in their furnace.
Oh, that, only that
Just
one.
at the exact
Okay.
same time.
You
One
take,
more signature.
Mid-
Nope, it goes this way.
Mixed reports. Nobody
this
is
signed
already
the
done.
library signed.
okay, I think we
May
need
not be.
that page.
I think they should have to wait 12 hours before they report anything, 'cause
I didn't sign the back page on any of them, I don't think.
I think that.
That's the
Ward
only one,
one's
that's the only one
filled
with the
out
back
book.
page on it, yeah,
Dick?
yeah. That should do it then, okay.
Thank you. Yes, take one, staff if you like.
when you can't see them.
Oh, I said he looks so much better when he's kind of.
Is he texting me?
I think he should sit up straighter.
Oh, I didn't even see him on there. I saw
I
him.
was going.
Okay, I think we're good, we can go ahead with the resolution.
Do we need a motion then to convene or adjourn the Board of
Need to
Canvas?
approve the
Approve.
resolution.
Okay, we need a motion then to approve the resolution that we have examined the poll books and signed off on the votes cast in the Madison City election for mayor.
I'll move the approval of Resolution 2013-8, a resolution of appointing the Board of Commissioners as the Board of Canvassers and canvassing the votes of the municipal election and certifying the results thereof.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made and seconded. We approve resolution number 2013-8. as a Board of Canvassers, that we have examined and certified and determined that the election results are in order, and that would be the conclusion of our necessary business. Any questions or speaking to that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you very much. Then we will convene as the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madison, South Dakota for the commission meeting of April 15th, 2013. We have called the roll of persons present. There is no change in that, so Jen, I believe we can move on to approval of the minutes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you have the minutes of the April 8th meeting as a part of your record. Are there any corrections or changes to the minutes of the April 8th meeting?
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes of April 8th as presented.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the minutes of the April 8th meeting as prepared. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. You have the agenda for this meeting of April 15th. Are there any changes or additions to the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the agenda for this April 15th meeting as prepared. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Under appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence, we have one item, and that is the March building permit report. Are there any questions or comments, Chad, that you might have on the building permit report?
No, I don't have anything, Your Honor.
Do any of the commissioners have any questions or comment on any of the building permit applications?
Make a motion to approve the March building permit report.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the March building permit report as submitted. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. We have no items listed under old business. We have several items listed under new business. The first item under new business is resolution number 2013-6. This is approving the plat of the Lemmy addition, which is outside the city limits on the west edge of Madison. I have had no comment on this proposal. Chad, I guess I would invite you to comment on anything you wish.
Thank you. I don't have much to comment. We've talked about the extraterritorial plating jurisdiction at previous meetings, and that's, I guess, the authority by which we're reviewing these plats, and the developer has been very good to work with and understands this, and the Planning Commission has reviewed this and recommended approval, as have I, and I believe it's appropriate to proceed with approving this plat. It is in accordance with the preliminary plat that was considered by the commission just a couple weeks ago.
Any questions or comments? We've kind of gone over this previous meeting, so this then goes to the count. This goes back to the county, Chad?
It does, right.
Okay.
It goes through the Planning Commission and County Commission.
Okay.
I'll move, Mr. Mayor, I'll move the approval of Resolution 2013-6, a resolution approving the plat, this being the plat of Lemmy's addition.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve resolution number 2013-6, the approval of the plat of the Lemmy addition. Any questions or comments on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried.
Nope, it's working fine. Just put your phone on speaker. They can't hear you. Thanks.
I couldn't hear what Mike was saying.
You couldn't hear
He
Chad.
couldn't hear Chad.
Okay,
Did you hear him?
Yeah.
They did.
okay.
Trial and error, guys.
Okay, new business number 2, resolution number 2013-7, the issuance and sale of revenue bonds, a revenue bond for water facilities improvements. Okay, you have a document that was distributed for you on this. We have persons here to describe this. I believe first, can I call on Jeff Heinemeyer? John Knuths also, if you want to sit up to the microphone there, that'll help. This is in the form of a resolution and regarding the sale of revenue bonds for water facility improvements. So, Jeff, you want to start, please?
Certainly. Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. Before you tonight, you have a resolution that would authorize that the city issue a revenue bond in the amount not to exceed $3.5 million that will be used for the upcoming water distribution project that I believe the city will be bidding within the next couple of months, or reviewing or awarding the bids within the next month. Anyway, and this is for the project that began about 2 years ago, probably, with the Clearwell expansion improvement project down by the water plant, along with some other water quality improvements. And the reason that I am sitting here tonight is this particular resolution is one that I had just begun looking at during my term, still as finance officer with the city. And originally, financing was approved on this project through the State Revolving Loan Fund, which is administered by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources in Pierre. That particular loan is for a 3% rate for 15 years. And with discussions with First Bank in Madison and John Knuths, the bank has volunteered or offered to issue or sell the city a bond, buy a city bond for that particular project at a lower rate, the rate being 2 3/4%. That interest savings over the course of 15 years for $3.5 million would save the city approximately $75,000. And I do think there is and Chad might be able to expand on this a little more, there might be some additional construction savings also, due to the fact that the contractor will not have to comply with all the federal regulations, equal opportunity and Davis-Bacon and that type of thing. And maybe Chad can expand on that. So hopefully the city will receive a lower bid because of that too, because there would not be any federal funds involved. This would be a tax exempt bond, and it would begin with right now, or the first drawdown that the city would take from the bank, which would probably be this summer. And closing would hopefully be soon after the resolution becomes effective, which I believe would be May 8th.
So we would start paying principal and interest then on the bond at what date approximately?
The city would begin paying interest payments on, I believe, a semi-annual basis right after they begin drawing the money down. Once the project is completed, then a whole new amortization schedule, principal and interest, will be calculated at that time. And then the city will make interest, or principal and interest payments once every 6 months after that, for the remaining term of the 15 years.
Okay.
That's one advantage, big advantage of this project, is that the city doesn't have to start paying the interest until they actually need the money. And you may recall when the city has done other bond issues, they've actually gone out and sold bonds on one particular day and then put that money in the bank to earn interest. And now you can't earn much for interest, but you're having to pay interest on that big bond issue. So this is an advantage of doing it this way. And again, I want to thank First Bank, Madison, for agreeing to participate in this. John's here to answer any questions that you might have.
Chad, will all this work be completed in 2013, do we expect?
Actually,
We probably won't know until we,
the completion
see the
date
bids.
is set for June of 2014.
June of
So that
2014.
we'll have everything completed and operational before, the anticipated increase in water demands in 2014.
So then upon completion sometime in early 2014, we'll have a whole new amortization
Right.
schedule. Okay.
Right.
So I guess the bottom line here, the impact on the 2013 budget is essentially interest only?
Yes, that would be correct.
And we budgeted for that.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you mentioned that, Mayor. The city, late last year, adopted a surcharge. That's a surcharge on the water rates. That surcharge is what will be pledged to pay off these bonds. And that ordinance has already been passed and adopted, so everything is in place already as far as the payment for these bonds.
Mhm.
It's all been budgeted for,
Okay, good.
and
Any further questions, any comments?
No.
Anybody?
I would just say on behalf of the bank, we're happy to participate in this, and it's a kind of a win-win situation. We can streamline the process and do this. And it's a city where obviously we operate and believe in, so we're in the business of looking for municipal bonds from time to time, and the timing was good, so.
Well, we appreciate your cooperation and interest in our project too, John, so we hope that you will convey our appreciation to your bank officers, and we do appreciate it. I assume we passed the credit check, so.
he could certainly lower the rate even more.
Well, that figure is, I feel is significant, and those are savings that we need to look for every time we turn around, for that matter.
And I don't know if Chad has explained to you, but I believe that the project is now going to be bid under two scenarios. One having to comply with the federal regulations, and one not having to comply with the federal regulations. And you'll see exactly what the difference is.
That'll be interesting. I would just like to say thanks to First Bank and Trust for investing in the community, and we appreciate your participation.
I guess if there's no further questions, we're ready for a motion.
I would make a motion to approve resolution number 23-7 for the issuance and sale of revenue bonds for water facilities and improvements.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made and seconded that we approve resolution number 2013-7, issuance and sale of revenue bond for water facilities improvements in the amount of approximately not to exceed $3.5 million at an interest rate of 2.75% with First Bank and Trust of Madison, South Dakota. Any further questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? We have the distance aye here. Thank you, Mike. And thank you, Jeff and John, for coming. Again, good to do business with you. Okay. New business number 3, first reading, proposed ordinance number 1543, which is Appendix B on zoning. Okay, I guess, Chad, you'll be up here. We have other representatives. Julie, are you interested in speaking to this too? Chad? Okay. Chad?
Sure, I can talk about this, Your Honor. The planning commission heard a request to rezone the property, as indicated in the planning commission minutes, as is included in the agenda packet. They had recommended approval of that. It's an area that is currently zoned R60, and then a small odd-shaped part of that is manufactured housing. As I understand now, the Lake Area Improvement Corporation now has closed on that property, and the new zoning will be R20. It's still a residential zone, so it's from a residential essentially to a residential. And there's a small portion of this project that's not, or excuse me, of this legal description that's not owned by Lake Area Improvement Corporation. It's a piece of property about 30, it's immediately south of this. Let me back up a bit. This property is located at the corner of southwest 8th and Union, in the northeast quadrant of that intersection. Lot 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of Hakeman's addition is now owned by LAIC. They've made the petition to rezone. There's a small portion of land immediately to the south of that, which immediately north of 8th Street, about a 31-foot, and that's referred to as Outlot G, a 31 by 238 feet or so. That's also included in this rezone request. It would be sort of a remaining remnant of a R60 zoning district. You couldn't even build upon it because of the setbacks and such. And so there's been notice given to that landowner, both by the city, and Julie's talked to them as well, in explaining to them that we're also putting forth here that that is also going to be rezoned from R60 to R20. And so that was recommended to be approved, and that's what's before you as first reading here today. In 2 weeks, there'll be a hearing and a second reading for this as well, to make this final. I'd like to answer any questions if you had any.
This has been approved and recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission, and now it is before us to give the final stamp of approval, correct?
That's correct.
This is just immediately, I'm looking at the map just behind Chad. You can probably point it out, Chad. I think it's the pink area just past the Union Square trailer park on to the west of that.
Here's the Union Square. It's just in this, immediately to the west of that along 8th Street,
And Union.
southwest.
And Union.
And Union. Union and 8th Street. I apologize for having the map. There was one.
No, that's
included
fine.
in the Planning
I just,
Commission packet.
it just happened to stick out on the map over there. You
Yep.
can see it.
Pink, the southern part of those pink lots.
Mr. Mayor, I'll move approval of the first reading, or acknowledge the first reading of proposed ordinance 1543, an ordinance to amend Appendix B of the zoning, Section 17.02, adopted by ordinance number 1481 on 8/24/2009 of the zoning ordinance of the city of Madison.
Second?
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the first reading of proposed ordinance 1543, Appendix B zoning, regarding zoning to general residential, and this is described as Outlet G of Union Square Addition and lots 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of Hickman's Addition, including half of the adjacent right-of-way. Any questions or speaking on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. New business number 4, sale of water meters to the town of Stratford. Fred's got his sales program going again there, huh? Okay.
Actually, I've got a couple
Well, good.
more entities interested in, and will be on next week's agenda. As it stands, but the city of Stratford would like to purchase 15 of these meters at $25 a piece. So I'll ask for commission approval to make that happen. So they come down tomorrow, I think, and pick those up.
Can they get out of town, or are they snowed in?
Get here before about 5 o'clock, I think.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty straightforward then. Sale of 15 used water meters at $25 each for a total of $375 to the town of Stratford, South Dakota.
Make a motion to approve the sale of water meters to the town of Stratford.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the sale of our 15 used water meters to the town of Stratford, South Dakota, price $25 each, total value $375. Any further questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. New business number 5, the bills for approval and bills for ratification.
Make a motion to approve and ratify the bills.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve and ratify the bills as prepared and presented. Any further questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. New business number 6, there are several personnel recommendations.
Make a motion to approve the personnel as presented.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded that we approve the personnel recommendations as presented. Any questions or speaking? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. We have a call, this being the conclusion of our regular agenda, we have a call for an executive session under South Dakota Code 1-25-2, paren 3. Could we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to go into executive session. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, no. Motion is carried. Time would be, okay, 6.
5-2.
Maybe we should talk to that
5:55.
technology guy about getting a faster
5:55.
router in here. Get rid of that latency issue.
You know what?